The AI landscape is shifting under our feet. In the next 10 minutes, we're breaking down 3 critical developments you need to understand. First, Chinese AI firms are releasing frontier models that claim to rival GPT-4 and Claude 3, but at a fraction of the cost, signaling a major price war. Second, a new MIT study reveals that LLMs can develop their own novel biases, completely separate from their training data. And third, we have a case study of a technically perfect AI agent that got shut down by the finance department because it was more expensive than a human. Let's get into it. The global race for AI dominance just got a lot more interesting. Chinese companies, specifically Moonshot AI and Alibaba, have released new foundation models that are making serious waves. Moonshot's Kimi and Alibaba's updated Qwen models are not just incremental improvements. Their own benchmarks suggest they are competing directly with top-tier offerings like OpenAI's GPT-4 and Anthropic's Claude 3 family. The most disruptive part of this announcement isn't just about performance parity. It's about cost. These companies are explicitly marketing their models as being significantly cheaper to run, putting direct economic pressure on the current market leaders. This two-pronged attack, high capability at low cost, signals that the perceived capability gap between the US and China in frontier AI is narrowing and fast. For enterprises and developers, this introduces new, powerful, and potentially more cost-effective options. For incumbents like OpenAI, it means the competitive moat needs to be about more than just raw performance. It's now about efficiency, pricing, and the ecosystem. The era of unchallenged pricing power may be coming to a close. We often talk about the technical success of AI systems, but here's a crucial reality check. A recent developer report detailed a project to build an AI agent. This agent was a technical marvel. It passed every single evaluation, aced all its benchmarks, and performed its intended tasks flawlessly. By all engineering metrics, it was ready for production. But the project was canceled. Why? The finance department killed it. When they ran the numbers, the operational cost of the agent, factoring in API calls, inference compute, and maintenance, was higher than the fully loaded cost of the human employees it was designed to replace. This case study is a stark reminder for every engineer, product manager, and investor in this space. Technical viability does not guarantee economic viability. Passing an eval is not the same as delivering positive ROI. As we move from R&D to full-scale deployment, operational expenditure, or OPEX, is becoming the ultimate gatekeeper for enterprise AI adoption. If your agent costs more than the problem it solves, it won't survive contact with the P&L statement. A critical piece of research from MIT is forcing a reevaluation of how we think about AI bias. The conventional wisdom has been that LLMs inherit biases present in their training data. If the data is biased, the model will be too. While that's true, this new study uncovers a more complex and, frankly, more concerning phenomenon: emergent bias. Researchers found that in simulated hiring tasks, LLMs can develop their own novel biases that were not explicitly present in the training corpus. The model, through its own internal reasoning processes, can create new, arbitrary correlations, for example, associating a name with a demographic and then that demographic with a skill, even without direct data supporting it. This is a fundamental challenge. It means that simply cleaning up training data is not enough to ensure fairness. We need to build evaluation and monitoring frameworks that can detect and mitigate these unpredictable, emergent behaviors after deployment. For anyone building AI systems for high-stakes decisions like recruitment, lending, or justice, this research is a must-read. The safety and alignment problem just got a new, very complex dimension. While some projects are getting killed by OPEX, others are seeing massive investment in CapEx. Pharmaceutical giant Bristol Myers Squibb is doubling down on its AI infrastructure by deploying a second NVIDIA DGX superpod. They're building what they call one of the most advanced AI factories in the life sciences industry. This isn't just about running a few models. It's about creating a foundational platform to accelerate the entire R&D pipeline, from molecular discovery to clinical trial optimization. A DGX superpod is a significant capital expenditure, indicating a long-term strategic commitment to AI as a core driver of scientific innovation. This move highlights a key trend. For industries where R&D is the primary value driver, like pharmaceuticals, investing heavily in best-in-class on-premise AI hardware is seen as a competitive necessity, not a luxury. It provides the raw computational power needed to tackle grand challenges that are simply too complex for smaller-scale systems. Now for our quick hits. First, Capital One has open-sourced VulnHunter, an AI-powered agentic tool designed to automatically detect and suggest fixes for code vulnerabilities directly within the development workflow. Second, Thinking Machines Lab has launched Inkling, a new 975 billion parameter mixture of experts model. It's a multimodal foundation model with a 1 million token context window, built to be customized for agentic tasks and coding assistance. And a critical security alert for developers. Threat actors were caught using Google's Gemini command line interface to orchestrate a botnet, using the AI for tasks like password cracking. This is a major warning to implement strict monitoring and access controls around any public-facing AI APIs and CLIs. So what are the key takeaways from all this? For engineers and developers, the landscape is expanding. You have powerful new models from China and thinking machines, and new open-source security tools like VulnHunter. But you must now design for two critical and sometimes conflicting realities. First, the emergent, unpredictable behaviors of these models, like the novel biases we discussed. Second, the hard economic truth that operational cost, not just raw performance, determines if your project survives in the real world. For investors and strategists, the signals are just as clear. The market is facing intense pricing pressure from international competitors, which will squeeze margins. At the same time, we're seeing sustained, heavy capital expenditure in specialized sectors like life sciences, proving the high-end hardware market remains robust. The primary bottleneck for broad enterprise adoption is shifting from technical capability to proven, positive ROI. In 2024, OpEx is king. The themes of cost performance and unpredictable AI behavior are clearly defining the next phase of this market. If you're an engineer, investor, or leader in this space and want to stay ahead of these trends, make sure you're subscribed. We break down the signal from the noise every day. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.